Alright guys, welcome back to the Citystead. You guys saw experiment number 1. It was the clay pot. And I'm going to kind of do a do-over on it. I might not have given it the fair enough shot. I did some more looking and stuff, and apparently the single clay pot is outdated. So what everybody does now is 2 clay pots. So we're going to give that a try because I want to make sure I do a thorough test of this before I just write it off. And it's just, again, the clay pots are going to be our thermal mass. We're going to heat them and supposedly we're going to let heat this up. Conditions today are a little bit different than last time. It's earlier in the day. It's a little sunnier. The sun is coming over our backs over this way. So we'll be behind my garage there in a little bit, and it'll get a lot darker in here. So I think this test will still work because the claims it'll heat a room. So we're talking like in the 50s, 60s. We're in the 30s right now. I got my greenhouse at 31, and the double greenhouse is at 32. So the double greenhouse is just now getting to the point where it warmed up and it surpassed the regular greenhouse. And I kind of got it up here right now, so it's been up here a little while. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to build this contraption like they say. Now what I got here is a nice big old thick eye bolt. And I was just rummaging through a bunch of stuff I had. I have a lot of these clay pots. I wasn't sure about hardware, but I had this big eye bolt. And what I saw somebody say was that the eye bolt is what's going to draw a lot of that heat. So the eye bolt's going to get hot, and it's going to stay hot longer than the clay pot. Because it should get red hot. I mean, talk about heating up metal. We're going to go ahead and stick that in our pot with a washer on it. Take another little washer right on top there. One more bolt. Now, I still have a lot of skepticism about this whole clay pot heater thing. What I really believe is that however long it takes for this to reach a certain temperature, say it gets up to 50, say this thing does get up to 70 degrees somehow. However long it takes it to get to there, to the highest that it can get temperature wise, in my opinion, that's how long it's going to take it to release. So if I give 15 minutes to warm it up, after it reaches that temperature, and then like I put the candles out, it's only going to release heat for another 15 minutes. As long as it took to get as hot as it is, it'll take that long to cool back down. That's my theory, and kind of what I really believe would happen. I don't really think that this is necessarily some kind of magical heat source to heat something for a long period of time. Although the candles last time did burn for about 5 hours, which is quite a significant amount of time. I put them out after the 5-hour mark because I just didn't think they were going to do me any good. And another thing I noticed is that a lot of people were using more than 2 candles. I used 2 last time. We burnt them right out. So today we're going to up the ante. We got 3 candles. Because if you can't get it to work with 1 or 2, you got to add more. Also, another thing I noticed is that I've even seen a 3rd clay pot in this design. So obviously, this doesn't work very well if people are coming up with multiple different ways to keep trying to make it work. So we're doing a lot of extra stuff here to try to make this actually do something. I don't think it's going to work. Now, for my friend Rick over there, I know you were really concerned about the last one we did, Rick. So I want to make sure that I show you. Boom! Look at that. We are prepared. I plan on being outside all day today, or as much as I can. It is a little chilly out. So I will be out here doing other stuff. I have this. I'll be able to monitor it. There won't be an open flame. So Rick, I know you're concerned, buddy, but I got you covered. We got the safety covered, and no need to worry. Got it all under control, buddy. I'm going to set this right next to it. Or maybe I'll set it at the door. somewhere. All right, we gotta get down to the ground there and set this up. So I have mentioned a few times that I'm really skeptical of this whole theory that clay pot can act as much of a thermal mass. How many of you actually believe this thing could work? Because I don't see it actually doing what people claim that it can do. No matter how much I do, perhaps if I burnt like a full-on flame under here, like a bonfire, it would get that thing hot enough to do something. But 3 little candles, I mean, how many BTUs do you think this candle's putting out right here? I don't think it's enough to do anything. And you're looking at space heaters that put out thousands of BTUs, as opposed to this candle who might be putting out what? I mean, it's got to be under 50, right? Per candle, and we're like maybe 150. It just doesn't seem feasible. I'm not like a science wizard or anything, but I do have this thing called common sense, and common sense tells me that this just really isn't that sound of a theory. And this isn't a very big enough surface to really do much heat-wise. Now, perhaps if we had this whole setup under some kind of water barrel or something, and we had the barrel covered with something that can conduct heat also, like maybe that would do a little bit more. But this whole thing, I'm not really a fond person of this. I'm not really very fond of this idea. So we're gonna go ahead and get these candles lit. Maybe. Okay, so we got 3 candles burning finally. Don't mind me and my not being able to light a candle. And we got our thermal mass setting over top. Now, a thing I saw also was that somebody told me the top hole should be open, so it'd heat the bottom pot and let the heat out like a rocket stove. But I've never seen that actually done in a video or anything, and I haven't seen any designs for it. Most designs have this eye bolt through there. And it should get really hot because those flames are going to be concentrated on that metal. So we're going to give this a little bit of time here, and we'll see what's going to happen. So I got my board out here again of what we did over here. It's probably hard to read because my marker's kind of drying up. But it's 3 o'clock. I lit all 3 candles. Outside temp is 28 degrees, 23 with a wind chill. The greenhouse right now is 31, so it's about normal. 3 degrees more than it is outside. And our double greenhouse, kind of surprisingly, is actually low today. It's at 32. So I'm going to let this burn for a little while. We'll do that little checkup in an hour's time or so, and we'll see how it's all going. Come back with me then. All right. It's 4:30. It's been an hour and a half that this thing's been burning. All 3 of our candles are still lit inside, and I'm about to touch it. I'm not even worried about touching this thing after my last test. I'm just going to go right for it and boom. Yeah. It's a little bit warm, but it ain't hot. It definitely ain't radiating no heat. The fact that somebody's trying to convince you that this could possibly heat a room, it's a bunch of bunk. Yeah, this thing's completely dead. I'm not even shutting it down. There's no way I'm going to keep testing this. And I'm not going to add another pot or anything like that. The only way I can see this working is if you put a massive amount of heat on it. And even then, I don't think it would do much for you. So, flower pot heat-in test is completely kaput. Absolutely no way this thing is working for you. I will show you the numbers because I like to keep some kind of facts for it. Hour and a half, they're all lit. We're good there. We dropped 2 degrees outside. The wind chill is getting a little bit colder. We're down 4 degrees in the greenhouse, and we're down 1 degree in the double greenhouse. So I really like the double greenhouse. So I think that might be worth trying the triple. Maybe we'll do that for our next test or something else. I'm not sure yet. I have a handful of things I want to do, but I just wanted to fully make sure I was really exploring this one and making sure I had everything settled on it, you know. So I went back and I saw the design was a little bit different. There was different things, but it ain't doing nothing. So if you guys are liking this little series here, you know, give me the comments below. And if you have any ideas that are on the cheap that you would like to see me try, fill up that comment board, man. I'll try some. I'll do something for you guys. And that's it. I'm gonna get out of here. So you know the drill. Subscribe to the channel. If you really want to see videos when they come out, there's a little notification bell. You hit that thing, you'll be the first to know about the new ones. And give us a thumbs up if you like the videos. Till next time, I'm out of here.